Carlo Jimenez. Welcome to the Sport Profile.
Dylan, I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, my friend.
I've heard so many good things about the podcast. I'm glad we were able to make it happen.
Oh, me too, dude. Me too. How has this NBA season been for you?
It's been good, man. I've really enjoyed it. Honestly, I think obviously a rocky start with how the Clippers began the season, but
Sure.
they were able to turn it around. They were a really fun team to follow, a really fun locker room to with a fun group. So that was really fun. Wow, how about that? It was a lot of thesaurus right now. Maybe open that. No, it was great. It was great. I enjoyed it. I wish it was still going on, but
Yeah.
you know what? It was a good journey.
Oh, for sure. How odd is it? You know, I mean, I know they were in the play-in tournament, and obviously the rights go to the national broadcast partners. Is it interesting watching that from the sidelines, you know, or from your home, I guess?
Yeah.
Being that you were covering the team all season.
Yeah, the nice part is radio still does the play-in tournament.
Does it really?
Yeah. So
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we got to do all the games. Yeah, radio, there's no national broadcast exclusives. So you
I didn't
do
realize that.
every single game. Yeah, so that part's nice. You're kind of like, I mean, it was one extra game. I wish, but yeah, I got to do them all. So
Sure.
That's always fun.
You put a playoff game on your sheet.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you track how many games you've ever done?
Man, I did in college, but I have not since. I guess I probably could pretty easily, but no, I haven't done that since. I have tracked, and this is inspiration from Noah Eagle, who told me about this, but I've tracked how many partners I've had. It's not many, but the hope is that one day it's many. But how many like broadcast analysts I've worked with.
That's so interesting. You know what? Kenny Albert said the same thing.
There we go. Okay, so whoever started this, we got to find them. But
I mean, like he said he's at almost like 250 like unique people.
Wow,
right? Yeah. Oh, you're at 7?
I got some. Yeah. Wow. Kenny's done 7 probably in a week. With all the games he's done, that's incredible.
Probably.
Crazy. No, but yeah, I don't know how many. I know in college I did like 400 and something.
No kidding.
But I counted like summers. But yeah, I did a lot of water polo tournaments, which will help you get those numbers up really quick when you're doing 4 games a day. That really,
dude, water polo is sick.
Yeah, it is. Water polo. There was a time in my life, and I might still believe this, but where I think water polo is the hardest. I don't know if I can call it the hardest sport ever. But it is up there. Like, how many other sports are you're swimming the whole time, right? You're treading water the whole time, and then somebody's trying to drown you the whole time.
That's true.
You can't put 2 hands on the ball, right? You have to hold the ball with one hand. I think it's arguably one of the hardest sports.
And I agree with that.
There's also, water polo is the only sport where, Dylan, they check your fingernails if they're too long, and then if they're long enough, you have to scrape them on the side of the pool because they don't want people using their fingernails to scratch the other players.
I don't want you to tell me that's a lie, but like, please tell me that's a lie.
I've seen it. It happens before every match.
That's insane.
Yeah.
My good friend.
Real thing about physical sports, like, it's crazy.
My good friend Mike Riccioni is a public address announcer, and he announces Princeton University water polo.
Nice.
He's never told me that. And I'm not mad that he hasn't told me that, but like that seems like, just knowing him, he's one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Like that just seems like something that would come up in conversation.
It's crazy. It's just, I feel really bad for the players who then have to go down to the cement pool and shave their nails down and then re-show the...
You don't got like a nail file on in your kits?
Hey, water polo is a gritty sport, man. It's a gritty sport. They're not there for flashes and have fun. It's a battle.
Sorry, we got to pause the game. Somebody's shoulder's bleeding because they just got clawed.
Well, and the crazy part is like, they're always being drowned, but then sometimes the drowning is an exclusion, and sometimes it's like, okay. Like, I've never understood like what
technical foul. You've been drowning.
Yeah, exactly. You've been drowning too much today. But no, shout out water polo. I loved calling water polo.
It's unbelievable.
They're so fun. 8-minute quarters is so fast.
Yeah.
control. And at USC, our women's and men's team were always nasty. So it was
Really?
fun. Yeah, they were really good and still
Oh
are really
man.
good. So
Yeah. You know, you've broadcasted so many different sports throughout your life, and I'm curious, like, how often do you get to reflect, or how often do you take the time to reflect about like how far you've come in like such a short amount of time?
yeah. I think this time of year, like when the season ends, is usually when the reflection happens
Sure.
because you know, when the season starts, it's just kind of surviving the day, surviving the week. Do we have a game?
Yeah.
Do we have a game? Are we traveling? So probably now is the time I reflect. I always the last 3 seasons, anytime we get to game 82, I always have a moment and knock on wood. Eventually, I will have to miss a game for some reason, but so far, I've gotten to call 82 games all 3 years, and that's always a
Wow.
moment of like, you know what? Like, worst comes to worst, like, I made it to everyone. Like, you know what? I didn't get sick or something bad didn't happen in my family where I had to miss. So I've always reflected on like, I always remember going to game 82 and being like, "We made it this far. I'll take it." You know what I mean?
I mean, that's an accomplishment too. Getting to
Yeah.
all 82 games.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's definitely changes the way you approach the day to day because it's a long marathon. But it feels
Sure.
like if you take it like a sprint, you get burned out really quickly. It's been an adjustment to figure out how to approach 6 months of working every day. But it's been good.
What helps you not burn out then?
Sleep. I make sure I'm sleeping. I think that's the biggest difference is like in college, like I think like most of us, like I didn't care. Like if like I would aim for 6, get 5 and be good. But that was like just not sustainable. And I was literally always tired. So now I'm a big fan of sleeping,
Yeah.
uh, big fan of working out. I really enjoy getting out for a workout. Um,
I'm sure you've had a lot of hotel gym experience.
yes, yes. A lot of times you get creative, but they're getting better, honestly. Most of the hotel gyms are better. I think those 2 things probably help me the most, and then I try to do, like, something for myself, whether that's watching a show, reading a book. Um, I started like, last season, I started doing this journal on Amazon called 5 Minute Journal, where you just
Oh,
essentially
really?
write, like, 3 things you're grateful for, and a couple affirmations, and that kinda helps me to start the day, but, yeah, I think those things.
Did you say you do it on Amazon, or you got the
Oh,
journal
I
from
got it on
Amazon?
Amazon. If anyone wants to
Gotcha.
check it out, it's called 5 Minute Journal because
Very
I would
nice.
love to actually journal, but knowing me, like, I don't I'm it's hard to commit to doing something for, like, 20 minutes every day. So the
Sure.
fact it was called the 5 Minute Journal spoke to me because I could do it in 5 then there was no excuse not to do it, you know,
Right.
it's 5 minutes, like, I have to get it done.
I feel the same way about like doing certain things on my to-do list. It's like if you can't give 5 minutes to something,
Exactly,
like what does that say about you?
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've been
Yeah,
trying to read more, and I do like a 10-minute read. Like if you can't take 10 minutes, and just talking about myself personally, like what does
yeah.
that say about me?
It's tough. I
Right?
mean, sometimes some days are busier than others, but you're
Oh,
right.
naturally.
You're right. It is tough. What are you reading right now?
I It's a good question. I just finished rereading actually Stephen A. Smith's memoir, Straight Shooter.
No
Fastest
way.
read.
So
Fastest read.
I got a fun fact for you. Our audio engineer, Jake Warner, we call him Big Bro, but Big Brother Jake Warner is in the book. He
Is
works
he
with
actually?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No kidding.
So, shout out Big Brother Jake Warner, my guy. But yeah, he's in Stephen A's book, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome. Love
Yeah.
that. What's something you're reading recently?
Good question. I'm reading Essentialism,
Ooh,
trying to cut out the things in my life that are unnecessary.
same.
Um, it's a good book. It's a good book. A little bit of a slap in the face for someone who tries to do everything, but,
Same.
I need that, you know what I mean?
I
So,
think we all do.
yeah.
I
It's
think we
good.
all do. I
It's
certainly
good.
do from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you specifically about your grandpa. You obviously have such a close relationship with him,
Yeah.
and he texts you after every game. First of all, how's he doing?
He's good. He's good. I'm gonna see him actually Sunday.
Great.
Excited for that. Yeah, super
That's
excited.
awesome.
That'll be fun.
How special is it that your grandpa texts you after every game. I saw in a video where you were just talking about your relationship with him, how you two were so close, and how you've like, you know, basically grown up, admiring him. So
Yeah.
what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Dylan, like, um, this is somebody who, kinda showed me what working hard and being kind was all about from a young
Mm,
age. For those who don't know, my grandfather immigrated here from Mexico,
yeah.
at the age of 4 and kinda worked in the fields growing up. He would move from field to field, kinda moving from school to school as a young kid, trying to learn English, picking strawberries, and whatever was in season. And he didn't actually stay at the same school for an extended period of time.
Yeah, you said in that video it was like 4 months?
Yeah, yeah, he would be because they always had to move with the crops. You had to find,
Sure.
him and his brothers and his mom and his dad had to find a way to make money. And so until his older brother Roberto got a job as a janitor at a local school, they were finally able to stay in the same place. And this
Mm,
was just around when my grandfather was getting into high school. So he was able to go to the same school. He ends up getting a scholarship to Santa Clara University, ends up going to
amazing.
Columbia University, and then teaching at Santa Clara for 60 years. But like this was
No
somebody who grew
kidding.
up with nothing, like,
Yeah.
literally nothing, like, he worked for everything he was able to earn in his life, and so, having, like, that background and knowing who he was and where he came from, and then the privileges I had as a kid,
Yeah.
his hard work and other people's hard work in my family, on both my s sides of my family, people who
Sure.
work extremely hard. It just gives you like this perspective of gratitude for everything. You know what I mean? Like for the fact that I had something to eat in the morning, the fact that I wasn't sleeping in a bed with 4 other people, that I was
Mm,
able to go to school for 6 months at a time. Like,
yeah.
so I think I always have felt very proud to have my last name, Jimenez, because of the background of where my grandfather comes from. And we were able to build a fun relationship growing up because him and my grandmother would pick me up every day from school or every week from school on Wednesdays. And we were, they lived 15 minutes from where I grew up. So we saw them
Yeah.
every major holiday.
I mean,
And
that's a blessing in and of itself to have them
yeah,
at the table then.
100%, 100%. But what's funny though is like my grandfather did not care about sports. Now
Really?
my uncles, who were his sons, and my
Yeah.
dad, they love sports growing up, huge Niner fans. One of my uncles worked for the Niners doing equipment manager stuff. He played college
Wow.
baseball. My dad and his brother were big 49er fans, and I'll never forget, we were there for Father's Day, and I don't know if it was I have to check the date on this. It
Sure.
might have been the 2016 finals, game 7, and I don't think
No
we watched.
kidding.
Yeah, we didn't watch the game because Ablito was like, "It's Father's Day, we're not watching the basketball game," which
Didn't
was
have it
like,
on in the background?
no, I don't think we watched till the 4th quarter. Uh,
I mean,
it
hey,
just
good quarter to watch. LeBron
yeah,
James,
100%, 100%.
coming back.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, so, like, despite him being, like, somebody who I really looked up to, could not care about sports. Fast
Mm.
forward, I get the Clipper job, and I saw him at was it Thanksgiving last year? And he turned to me and he goes, "How's the beard doing?" I'm like, "Are you talking about James Harden?" And like, he's locked in now. Like he loves sports. He's all into it. Watches and listens to every game. So it's cute. Like as a kid, we couldn't watch Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and now he's watching Game 52 on a Wednesday afternoon or listening to. So it's and then asking me about it. So it's been neat to see that come full circle and for him to come from where he comes from and to be able to say like he's proud of me and happy,
Yeah.
it means the world because I wouldn't be here without all he sacrificed for our
Oh,
family.
dude. I mean, that is so special. Not me doubting how locked in he was when he said the beard. I'm like, is he talking about like something you're growing? Right? Like, but I'm like, oh no, he's locked in. He's calling James Harden by his nickname.
Yeah, exactly. So hilarious, man. I love him so much, but
That's so, oh my
so
God. I love that because it's like you really learn how to like get the nuances of something when like your child, or in this case, like your grandson,
Yeah.
is doing something,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my poor uncle's dad, like, it wasn't they were it was, like, not cool till I started doing it, which is so funny, but, I
And did
think that
that start like just with the Clippers or like, when you were at USC?
at USC, he followed along a little bit, but I think it really started when I was at the Clippers. I think it
Yeah, that
that
was
really
like the first. It's so interesting that that's like the first entry point, I guess.
so funny, but yeah, no, now he's all in. Now he's all in.
Yeah.
So
So, I mean, going off that, even like your experience is making things more accessible for him,
yeah.
right?
True.
And my goal with this podcast is to introduce the folks that we see and read every day to, just who they are as people. But I'm very curious about this. Do you think sports broadcasters or, even sports media in general, do you think like that they can do more to maybe connect with the fan bases of the teams that they cover?
Yeah.
I know you're very public on social media, obviously, and it's a very big priority of yours.
Yeah.
But what do you think sports media folks, broadcasters, journalists, what do you think they can do more to connect with their community and the fan base?
That's a good question. I don't I feel like it's hard for me to speak on it
Sure.
because I am so new.
Right.
Um, I
Well, let
think
me rephrase it then. Why is
yeah,
it such a priority to you to then really connect with the Clipper fan base and be so public that obviously you're public whether you do social media or not. You're the radio
yeah,
broadcaster for an NBA franchise, right?
yeah,
People are going to listen to you no matter what. But the fact that you go out of your way to do things that take up time in addition to all that you're already doing,
yeah.
that's obviously priority for you. So why is it so important to you that you connect with the fan bases beyond the headset?
I think there's a couple reasons.
Sure.
The first thing that comes to mind is like I'm feeding what a younger me would wanna see. Like, I was that kid who was, like, still thinking they could be D1 and watching all those, like, D1 tours on YouTube.
Yep.
Like, this is what it's like in the, USC football locker room. I was never gonna ever step a foot inside the USC football locker room, but maybe at 9 years old, I was all into that.
I
Um,
was too.
yeah, I think that's a phase a lot of people go through because you think, "Oh, this could be me." Um, but yeah, so I think that's part of it is like I like would know that I as a kid would want to see this stuff.
Mm,
I think another part of it is understanding where people my age get their information.
sure.
And I think a lot of people learn a lot of things scrolling. It's whether that's YouTube Shorts, whether that's Instagram Reels, whether that's Facebook Reels, whether that's TikTok. A lot of people scroll, and I think everyone kind of does on something. So it was also like showing that audience what radio is all about. And as someone who grew up calling radio and like that was the first thing I got into in high school,
Right.
uh, I think that it's such a incredible medium. You have to describe how athletes that are at the top of their game are moving and somebody can't see it at all. And I have to describe it on the fly while it's happening. I mean,
Right.
it sounds like a pretty impossible task. But that's what you do 82 nights a year. And so I wanted to show the younger audience that wouldn't have maybe a natural entry point into radio. Like they're not flipping through AM
Right.
radio in their cars, or their parents probably aren't. But maybe they see a TikTok or a Instagram short or a YouTube short, and then they're gonna go check out the radio station and they're gonna go listen. And so it's like
Mm,
it's a way to give them a little bit of bite, a little bit of a an appetizer of what I do, and then maybe they wanna go check out the whole entree. So, I
yeah.
think has been a big part of it too, is, like, growing that younger audience of like, if I look at my analytics, I would say most of the people who follow me are under the age of 25.
Mm,
Looked at who listens to radio, it's people between the ages of 40 and 65.
that's
So I'm like,
that's a good point.
I'm bringing this younger group of people that would really not have any reason to go listen to radio, listen to a Clippers game. Now they maybe they see the content and they're interested. So I
Sure.
think those are probably the two main things is like giving people a behind the scenes look, which I think is cool and something that, I would have eaten up when I was a kid. And then also trying to show, what goes into what we do. And if people want to tune in and kind of give a behind the scenes of all the people who work on the radio station and everything that goes into every broadcast. And I think it's been cool to see whenever I go to an arena, somebody will inevitably come say hello. And I don't know if like 8-year-old me would have known radio exists, but now I'm meeting a lot of 8-year-olds who are interested in radio. So it's
That's
been
the
fun.
best feeling.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. It's
best
cool.
feeling. I want to kind of pick at something you just said. You said that you're feeding what your younger self would have wanted to learn.
Yeah.
People talk all the time about, or the people who are like creators and things like that. They talk about like social media strategy, things like that. And to me, it's refreshing to hear you say that, where you're just like, I'm feeding what my younger self would have wanted to be interested in because I have that access now. Why is that your inspiration, your younger self? Why is your younger self your inspiration for like your ideas when you're creating something?
That's a good question. I think because I think because one, I'm not that far removed from that. Like
I mean, yeah.
I
What
mean,
you?
like
I mean, you're
20,
26 now.
25. So
25, yeah.
I was that kid not too long ago, like looking up
Right.
any piece of information online for broadcasting. So I have that connection to it. And then I also think, um, like that's a I view my role on social media to almost be like, people how people wear the meta glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I'm like this portal into this world that not a lot of people get to see into, and I think that is something that I hope people, when they go to my content, are understand they're gonna get is like, oh, a little bit of what's the team playing look like? What's it like to travel with an NBA team? What do we get fed at different arenas?
I love that one too, by the way, because I've been in some NBA arenas too. It is very interesting.
It's very different. It's
Yep.
very from place to place. Have you been to Detroit?
No, but I know you like that one.
If you ever can, get a
I
little
know
seat.
that was your number one.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. Um, but yeah, I think it's just like, you have to have some sort of North Star when you do content.
Sure.
And I think that's what I always kind of go back to is like, what would younger me want to see? What would younger me be interested in? Not that like my whole content is surrounded around that. Like I get a lot of
Sure.
information from other people and think of a lot of different ideas, but it is like my easiest way to come up with ideas is texting friends or family and being like, what's one question you have about what I do? And then
Yeah.
that becomes a video. You know what I mean?
I love that so much because it shows the just genuine authenticity of it all, because these
Yeah.
are things people are wondering,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like you said too, like you were wondering those same things when you were younger too.
100%. Yeah.
Change that up a little bit, remove social media, but like what would how do you think your younger self would feel now, looking at you now?
That's a great question. I think 8-year-old me would be like, you're not playing in the NBA? What happened?
Yeah, did you got injured and realized you're not tall?
How could you
That's what I
not
would say to myself.
Well, Dylan, unlike you, injuries didn't take me out. Lack of skill took me out.
Well, that
I
took
wish,
me out too. Don't make no mistake about it.
um, but yeah, I don't know. I think I would be honestly think like I tell people this all the time. But if you'd ask me what my dream job was at 14, I grew up. I think there's a couple reasons I got here, but one of them is because I grew up in the Bay Area and got to listen to John Miller and Dave Fleming and Tim Roy.
Yeah,
And, like, those are some legends, and so,
definitely.
getting to listen to those 3, every night before I went to bed, I would think I'm the coolest person in the world. I think I've grown a lot of perspective since then, but
Sure.
at 14, I wanted to be a radio broadcaster for an NBA team. So I am literally living the dream, and I'm
It's the
grateful for
best
it.
feeling.
Yeah.
Was there any other possibility, or was that like always your North Star?
Um, that's a good question. I was really into psychology. I was really like
Oh,
AP Psych. Um,
I didn't take AP, but I took it in high school. I
yeah,
loved it.
it was fun. It was fun. I just sidestepped that one. My girlfriend's getting a doctorate in psychology, so I'm just gonna learn through her,
Oh,
call it, and then
great.
I'm square. I don't have to do the whole degree thing.
Yeah,
So
just take all of her notes.
exactly, and she can filter out with the boring for the interesting stuff. So I'm good on that. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
But no, it was kinda always broadcasting. I got a journalism degree, which I thought really helped me.
Hmm.
Like, I think every good radio broadcaster is first and foremost a reporter.
Yeah.
So understanding that was big. But it was always broadcasting, and credit to my parents, like, they were like, "Go for it, do everything you can to try to achieve this." Obviously, I got extremely lucky,
Hmm.
but yeah, it was always broadcasting was pretty much once I was riding the bench on the JV basketball team, it was like, "All right, how can I be around basketball but not have to play?" And this was, the closest thing.
That's, I mean, yeah, that's fair, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I was on the JV basketball team too, averaging less than 2 minutes a game too. That was my indicator, certainly.
Come on. Come on now. Yeah, but you were getting in a little bit. I love it. I love it. 2 minutes a game.
I said average
2
two
minutes
minutes a game,
okay, that's
not
fair.
always 2 minutes a
That's
game,
fair. We
right?
need to start a podcast, JV Bench Riders. There we
I
go. We
think
can bring us all together.
I would do that. I would do that.
Nike Elites were big. Nike
God,
Elites.
yes.
Yeah. That was a peak, man. That was a
Oh
peak. That's when
yeah,
you could wear white shoes with pink socks with blue stripes on them, and everyone was like, "Those are
yes.
like, that is
Especially the
cool."
inverted ones too.
My gosh, yeah, or the ones with the extra
Yes,
cushioning on the side. Man, you were cool when you got those Nike Elites. I wish
with
I
the
still
extra
had some.
cushions. Oh
Yeah,
my God, yes.
those are cool. Man,
What an
man,
image.
what a good time. What a good time. I should just start wearing them. I should just start just to throw up, just I gotta find some. I don't think I have any left,
Oh,
but
I don't. I certainly don't.
maybe we gotta bring those back. That's what we
I
gotta
think we should.
bring back Nike Elites.
Carl, I wanted to ask something about, not to obviously you know call out the age, but 25 years old, being in the Clippers broadcast booth, and I remember when you first got the role, a lot of talk was about how, oh, he's the youngest broadcaster in the NBA right now, which, yeah, true, but I want to ask if there was any imposter syndrome. Obviously, you're extremely lucky, and I know that's a genuine feeling. And I just wanted to ask you what that dynamic was like for you back then, like when at your first entry point.
Yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, I would be lying if I didn't experience a little imposter syndrome,
Yeah,
the NBA right out of college. I think I have learned through repetition to just become more comfortable and be myself,
sure.
and been very freeing in learning to let go of what or allow others' expectations or what I believe others' expectations are of myself and just try to be the best version of myself. I think early on, especially my first year, I would always try to like throw in a lot of flowery description or a cool little
Mm,
or like I'm trying to sound smart, right? I'm trying to prove that I belong every
sure.
single. And I think these last 2 years I've really gotten away from that and just being more comfortable being myself. And I
Yeah,
think people can tell. I don't know where this comes from, but we all have a meter on ourselves which tells us if somebody's being genuine or someone's not being themselves. And you can even hear that on radio. And so I've been able to just allow kind of build that confidence, build that belief, and just be who I am on air, which I think has been really helpful and has honestly helped me be a lot better.
that's very interesting that you said that. There's obviously, yeah, you have that gauge, but what does that feel like, if you can describe it a little bit? Like, can
Yeah.
you actually feel for yourself? I've never really even examined that for myself, but for you, obviously, it seems like you have. But like, what does that feeling? feel like?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think we as humans have an innate ability for better or for worse. This is a horrible term, but like everyone has a BS meter. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
No, if
That
someone,
that you know.
yeah, if someone's not being true to themselves or
Yes.
lying, or like we all have that. And so I think when I started on air, you could probably feel that I was like pushing who I wasn't. Um,
Mm,
And so now it feels like I when I listen back, I feel more comfortable, I feel more calm, I'm letting the broadcast breathe. I'm not trying to wow people, I'm in the moment, I'm not missing a play, trying to read a stat. Ian Eagle calls it being in the game. Like, you
yeah.
don't wanna hover above the game, you wanna be in the game. And I feel like I'm way more in the game now because I'm not worried about other people's perceptions. I'm just trying to nail the call.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I relate to that a lot, even just with this.
Yeah.
People be like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I host a podcast and I do a bunch of other things." And they're like, "Oh, okay, cool." And to me, it's like, well, this is what I do.
Yeah.
This is how I spend my day. I'm doing what am passionate about,
Yeah, yeah.
and being myself in the process."
No, it's important. And I feel like people, young broadcasters or people come up to me at different events, and ask like, and I ask this question too all the time. How
Sure.
do you find your voice? And I've always thought that like
Mm.
your life experience is your voice. Like you already have your voice. You
Mm.
don't necessarily need to find it. Like it's just whatever you genuinely are, if that makes sense.
I think that's great. And honestly, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that shapes who you are and how you approach things,
Yeah.
right? It shapes your perspective, it shapes your value set. Like you said, makes you who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to ask a little bit about what you're doing away from basketball. Not so much social media. I know you said you love giving time for yourself, which is super, super important. And I think we can all benefit from doing that more. And I know obviously you don't get so much time to do, during the season, but what are some of those ways that you like to take care of yourself, in season or now in the off season? What
Yeah.
are some of those things that you get to, do to take care of yourself?
Yeah, still working on that, I would say. I'm still trying to figure out the
Always
be
is a work in progress.
Yeah, I feel like the season is more comfortable. As crazy as it is, I'm way more comfortable in the hecticness of the season
Hmm.
than the dullness of the off season.
Sure.
Um, right now I'm starting to do cardio at the gym, which absolutely sucks. So I'm doing that. That has been a horrible experience. Um, in all seriousness, what else?
Felt that one.
I'm watching The Wire. I'm binging The
Ooh,
Wire.
heard some good things about that show.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like one of the best shows ever, and I've never seen it, so we're working on that right now. On episode 7. So, making
Nice.
a bit of progress, making a little bit of progress.
Lovely.
Um, in the last summer, I took an improv class at Groundlings,
Ooh.
which is a improv theater here in LA, and I'm gonna do it again this summer. I really enjoy improv. I did it in college just because I wanted to fill a credit and didn't wanna actually go to class, and I ended
Yeah.
up loving it, and I took couple of improv classes, so
Dude,
gonna
that's
do that.
awesome.
Yeah, those are kind of the things, keep my Duolingo streak alive,
Very
over
nice.
500 pays. We're on a roll.
What language?
Spanish, Spanish.
Nice.
I'm not fluent, but we're working on it, we're working on it.
Very nice.
But yeah, I think, going on walks, those kind of things, just kind of enjoying being I like to call it, which probably isn't a good, like, side by side, but, like, during the season, I'm, like, a broadcaster and doing all the broadcasting things, and in the off season, I'm more of, like, a human being. Like, I'm like, "I have a weekend." It's like, I have a set schedule, and there's, like, some consistency in it. So just trying to be a human being.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that can even be a video topic. Like, what does an NBA broadcaster do when the season ends?
Yeah, be sad. Be
He's
sad.
sad. Oh no, not that.
Not that, not that. We're getting over that, we're getting over that.
I mean,
We're getting
look. It's like post concert depression. That's like a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing, like, 'cause I just have so much fun seeing the people who work on the show, like Adam,
Yeah,
who does our pregame, Jake, who I mentioned, our statistician, Joey Kimball, Daniel West, our producer, and, like, just getting to hang with those guys and going to work every day and not knowing what the heck's gonna happen, like, that's a really fun feeling, and
Yeah,
seeing all the people I get to work with and sit by on the plane, I really enjoy those people,
of
and
course.
so not getting to be around those people consistently is a little bit of a bummer, but that's alright. That's
Yeah, I
alright.
mean, look, you still keep in touch with them, I'm
Yeah,
sure. You
100%.
know, I know Lauren and you are very, very close. She says hello, by the way.
Tell
Um,
her I said hello.
I will, I will. Speaking of which, I asked this to her when, when we recorded, but I want to ask it to you too. Do you have a preference on the airplane? Like of what seat you
Ooh.
like?
Yeah, I am a big time water drinker, so I'm sitting in the aisle. Because if I sit anywhere not in the aisle, I'm gonna bug somebody. So it's more, I just know I'm gonna get up every hour. So like, I don't wanna
Now,
step.
this, ladies and gentlemen, is somebody who is self-aware.
Like I house water. I mean, I'm
That
all
would be
about.
me too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you just don't want to. What's worse than feeling stuck? There is no worse feeling, right? There's.
It's awful.
Yeah. So I'm going aisle all day, every day, all
Yeah.
day. Every day.
No matter
Yeah.
what you fly.
No matter where I fly, I'm sitting in the aisle. Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, it's just like, and you're supposed to stand up from time to time on these long flights. So if
Sure.
somebody in the middle or the window gets up, I stand up a little bit, move my legs out. It's a good excuse to keep my legs moving. So I see the aisle. I know people love the window, but I think the
I don't
aisle,
like the window for the view.
yeah, but like, I don't know. I think that the aisle is
It's
the
versatile.
it's yeah, it's the easiest seat to sit in for sure.
I'd agree with that. I'm
Yeah.
not even that much of a flyer. I've only been on a plane 3 times in my life, but and I mean, I'd love to increase that. But
There we
like,
go.
yeah, definitely a goal
Raising
of mine
flag.
to increase that. But I think I would go aisle too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Window's
Yeah.
nice, but like,
I'm an efficiency person, I'm not here
me
for the view.
too.
I'm not here for the view.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Totally
yeah.
agree with that one there. So, Carl, the last question I always ask everybody is just really your career aside and the work that you do with the Clippers aside, just really you as a person. Carlo Jimenez, what's something you like most or admire about yourself?
I think I admire about myself most the people I have in my life. I think I
Mm,
really enjoy, like, I have really good friends.
yeah,
Um, I whether that's in work, outside of work, like even the last Clipper game, 2 of my old roommates came and it was like 12:30 and on a Wednesday and they went and got food with me,
that's
which
great.
they didn't have to do that, but, I think I have really like, whether that's my mentors or, people who I've been able to, learn from and just enjoy life with. I couldn't do anything what I'm doing without my girlfriend Danya. She's seen it all through 4 years, and, she's been
Yeah,
a big supporter. There's just, like, too many people to thank.
sure, of
Those people know who they are, but
course.
I, uh, I'm really grateful, for the people I have in my life. I think if all else fails, I know I have some good people around me.
Absolutely, man. 100%. May we continue to include those good people in our lives
Yeah.
and just make those experiences great for the people around us.
Yeah.
It makes everything better. Carlo Jimenez, thank you so much for coming on, my friend.
Thank you so much, Dylan. Appreciate you.